guys, it is Rue. I've been gone for forever. Thing is, the light on my mirror broke and I just didn't have the means to replace it, but I got a new really great light up mirror for my birthday this year, so I'm back. Hi. For today's video, we are doing a bit of a new one that I think I'm gonna try to do with all my eyeshadow palettes. We're gonna start with the Trick or Treat palette from Odenseye and Angelica. Basically, the goal here is to create looks with this palette until I've used up every single eyeshadow in the palette. I'm gonna try and do that with all my palettes in the hopes that A, I use every single color in my collection, because I feel like there's probably shades in quite a few of my palettes that I just haven't touched yet. B, it'll force me to do a couple looks with each palette, and then hopefully I can really decide which ones I truly love and which ones I don't really care for anymore, because I definitely notice myself gravitating towards quite a few of the same palettes. Like, I have my tried and trues for sure, but I feel like I want to give all my palettes another chance again. So that's kind of the goal with this series. We'll see how it goes, we'll see how motivated I am, but for now, this is the first look from the Trick or Treat palette, and let's jump right into it. I have no idea what I want to do. I think it'll get easier as I use up some of the color options. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. This shade is gonna be in every single look. I love having just transition shade on the eyebrow. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that one. That one is called Wicked. It's probably gonna be the first shade to hit pan in this palette, just because, like I said, I just love having a really light, either a white or a peach, just to help blend shades, or it finishes the look, in my opinion. I don't know why. I don't know why my eye's doing that right there. It might just be a dry spot, but I've used this palette enough to know that it's not the palette's fault. If you can see it, yeah, you can on the camera, I think. It's just a dry spot. It is what it is. So hi, it is nice to be back. It has been so long since I filmed. My birthday just passed and I got a new light up mirror. My last mirror broke and the lights on it weren't that good anyways. This one is actually a lot better. It was a gift from my brother and his partner. Let's go in with this shade because, like I said, I don't even know if I've ever used it. So that shade is called Cauldron. We're just gonna go in with this little fluffy brush and we're gonna make that the outer corner color, I think. But yeah, I'm so excited to be able to do my makeup in my room again, because I was sitting on the living room floor because there's a lot of good natural light out there, and it was just like the only option I had for a long time, and I'm not gonna film there. So I was just kind of doing makeup a little bit, I don't want to say less seriously, but just for my day-to-day instead of for content or anything like that. But it feels good to be back. Alright, I think that's a good start. I know it's messy, just give it time. I'm not sure what I'm doing, to be honest, so we'll see. Let's go in with this shade next. This like yellowy, not quite mustard, kind of a yellowy brown. I'm just going to use the same brush, I just wiped it off. I'm going to do the rest of my crease with that shade for now. I might layer more after, we'll see. Again, I'm just kind of winging it at the moment. I'm just blending it together. So what is new with me? I am interested in doing the Eyescream either beauty box or beauty bag. I'm kind of looking at my options right now. I was thinking about just prepaying for a 3-month subscription and then doing that, and then deciding if I want to continue forward with it after 3 months, just depending on if I feel like I'm getting a good bang for my buck and also how my finances are 3 months from now. The thing is the beauty bag is the more affordable option and the option I was initially wanting to do. But the problem with it is on the bag, the shipping is more expensive than the bag itself. Whereas if I do the box for 3 months, it only ends up being $40 more than the bag, which is weird because the box is about $30 US, which I haven't converted into Canadian. I think it's like, I don't remember. But anyways, it's like about $29.99 I think for the box, and then the bag is $12.50 US. So when I put it all in my cart and checked the pricing for what it would be for 3 months with shipping, the bag came to like $100, which not bad for 3 months of goodies. But then the box came to $140 for 3 months, and I was like, why is it only an extra like $40? Shipping on the box is cheaper, so it like evens out a lot. So I feel like that's the better option, you know? Unless I can find a friend that wants to do it with me, because I did look, and doing 2 bags doesn't change the shipping price, so I would be able to do the bag for about $75 for 3 months, which that's not bad, you know? So if I can find a friend, I'll probably do the bag. If I cannot find a friend, I might just go for the box, because you get a lot more product for not a lot more money. So that's kind of something I'm weighing my options on. So I'm just trying to like finesse these shades to be how I want them. I'm not really sure what I want though, so okay, we're just gonna go all the way. I can never get my eyes even. Oh, I'm so dumb. I was gonna do one eye on camera and then do one eye for TikTok.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
That's sad. My next looks, I'm gonna do that because I'm trying to get as much content out of each look as possible, but I goofed. So it is what it is. All right, I need another matte because I need to use up the shade so that I use all the shades. So I'm gonna go in with this brown shade on the outer corner now. I'm gonna use a slightly smaller fluffy brush. Let's go with this guy here. And that shade is called Goblin. I always think goblins should be green, but that's okay. So we'll just use it as like a deepening shade. Just on the outer corner. This brush kind of isn't that good. There we go. It's giving a little something. Sorry, there's construction going on because in the winter an apartment burned down. Not like an apartment, it was mostly retail stores with one ghetto apartment attached to it. Good riddance. There were like murders and SWAT teams always in that apartment, so I hated it and I'm glad it's gone. Okay. I'm just gonna go back in with this first fluffy brush, and I do get a lot of fallout. I do my face last because I don't want to worry about fallout. I'm lazy, so we'll clean it up after. It's kind of a murky look, and I feel like this side goes out further, so I'm gonna try and bring this side out a little bit further. That's usually where I mess up though. Kind of like that. I think that's a little more even. All right, next we're gonna do some glitter primer. I have the NYX glitter primer. I also have one from Unearthly, but I'm only opening one at a time, so I'll probably test that one out once this one runs out, although I might have another NYX one too, I'm not sure. Going in with this flat brush, and I'm just gonna put the glitter primer all over my lids, just like so. And same thing on the other eye because I am dumb and I did the other eye. Maybe I can like and speed it up, except because I'm talking to you guys, it'll look weird, so I don't know. It's fine. It's all fine. All right, we're gonna do this one and this one on the eyelid. So we'll go into the yellow one first, Full Moon. We're gonna put it on the inner part of the eyelid, just like so. And then we're gonna go in, same brush, to Crypt Keeper, which is the green shade that I pointed out. And we're gonna put it on this side. Someone's at my door, but it's probably just mail, so I'm gonna ignore it unless they ring again. I'm gonna blend these two shades together. My dog is calm, so I don't think it's anyone I know. Although she's whining now, so maybe I should go check. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm back. It was just a package being delivered, but it was one of those dumb ones where if you don't answer the door, you get a slip and you have to go pick it up. So I missed it, and now my partner has to go pick up his package, which sucks. Oopsies. Anyways, I cleaned up some of the fallout, and we're just doing an inner corner, I think, is all I'm gonna do for eyeshadow now. And I was thinking this guy here. I was also thinking this one, but I think I'll save him and use this one. So that one is Mummy's Curse, and we're just gonna throw it on the inner corner. Nice and simple. It's a little too similar to Full Moon, but it's fine. We're gonna keep it subtle. No worries. Oh, and then I still need to do under my eye. I could technically do. I forgot because I haven't been doing that lately, but I did it yesterday for a look, and I was like, why haven't I been doing this? So maybe I'll just bring that green shade that I was using, the matte Cauldron, and just pull it under just a hair like that. Yeah, just something like that. Going about a third down, and we'll leave the rest alone, I think. All right, we're gonna touch up that green shade because there is a little bit of separation or patchiness happening. It might just be my eyes. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and use that first fluffy brush and just blend it a little bit. Nothing crazy. Okay, I think that's it for eyeshadow. I'm gonna pick my eyeliner, do my mascara, maybe throw some lashes on, finish my face, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back with a finished face. So to finish off this look, I just used these 2 e.l.f. products for my face, along with this setting powder, which I'm not a fan of, but it's the only one I have, and I'm trying to use it up. And then for my lips, I used the Unearthly Cosmetics Destroy. This was from the Devour collection. I prefer a lip that dries down, so I don't love these, but they're also not bad. I usually just set it with like an eyeshadow, which I actually did do just with this same green here on my lips. And then for blush, I used my Game Beauty Queen blush. This is from the Persona collection. So sad it's gone. I would absolutely buy more blush and more of their, they have this one, but it's gone. My favorite. And then lastly, oh, mascara. I just used this e.l.f. one. It's not bad, it's not great, nothing to write home about. For eyeliner, I used this one from ColourPop. This is their cream gel liner in Extra Frosting. And then for the highlighter, I used the Devour highlight. That one is called Delicate, and I think that's it. So that is the finished look here. Let's hop into the next one. Okay, so I don't have a lot of time today, but we're gonna jump into the second look. So we're just gonna start with this shade just all over the top brow. And then I think we'll start with like these shades, and then maybe we're gonna go with reds and oranges today just because we haven't really touched these rows. So let's start with this shade, and this shade, and maybe the orange shade. We'll go orange, red, red, kind of going outward, lightest to darkest. So that's how I'm gonna start, and I'm only gonna do one eye this time because I remembered, and I want to try and crush out a TikTok. So, or a short, or whatever you want to call it. So just a tiny bit of that nude shade, Wicked, and then we'll dip into Jack-o'-lantern, which is the orange that I pointed out, and we're just gonna plop it here. I have errands to run, and then I'm hanging out with a friend. And then we're gonna go into the red, Candy Apple, the lighter red first. What can I talk about? This one, I'm just trying to kind of rush through, so I feel like I don't know what to tell you guys. I tried to fix my mom's sewing machine last night. It did not go well. I think it's a goner, which sucks. I like this shade a lot. Got really good pigment. I mean, most of the shades in these palettes I have no complaints about. I'm gonna blend everything together a little bit more. Honestly, that's basically all I'm doing with the mattes. That was so fast. What the heck? Okay, now for shimmers, I'm thinking we'll go this guy, and this guy. And then probably this one for the inner corner again. So we'll do a quick glitter primer. I use the NYX one. It's just the one I have open in my collection. So I'm trying to use it up. And we're just gonna glitter prime my whole lid. I feel like my camera setup was better yesterday. It kind of feels like the camera's in the way of my mirror today, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go into Full Moon, the yellow shade. And we're just gonna use a tiny bit of it, like right here. It'll just give us more room to like blend so it doesn't start so dark. And then we're gonna go into Deadly, which is that really gorgeous burnt orange. I love that shade. We're gonna plop it in the middle, just like so. I'm not blending them together yet. And then I'm going into Trick or Treat, which is that burgundy type shade. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of blend a little bit. pulling the yellow into the orange and then the orange into the red. Just like so. We're gonna just grab that fluffy brush that I was using on all the matte and just kind of blend up top a little bit more. Wow, this was such an easy look. Oh my god. What was it, like 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Okay, I'm gonna use the lightest yellow that I pointed out for my inner corner, Mummy's Curse. All right, I'm gonna clean it up, pick a liner, do my face, do my other eye, and I will be right back to show you the completed look. Okay, I am running late, so let's make this quick. This is the completed second look. Everything I used on my face was the same, except lips was Blend Bunny Cosmetics in Tease. And then my two eyeliners were both ColourPop. The orange one is gone. Oh no, oh no, oh no. The eyeliners were both ColourPop. The orange one is in shade Peach Fuzz and the yellow one is in shade Extra Frosting. Everything else should be the same for my face, so we're gonna hop into the final look. Hello, and we are on to our third and final look. So the colors I still need to use are gonna be Poison, Witch's Brew, Cemetery, which you can probably tell I haven't used this one at all yet because I just feel like I'm more likely to dip into this one, but we're using this one today. And then Magic Potion. I don't know what else I'm gonna mix in. We'll start with the ones I need to use, and I'm also gonna use this one as my transition shade again, and we'll see if I want to add anything once I've used all 4 of those shades. So let's just jump right in. I already primed my eyes, so I'm just gonna start dipping into shades. And I think I'm gonna dip into the matte green first, Poison, and just start packing it in to my crease. I think I'll go 3/4 of the way from the inner corner because I really want the greens to be the main star of the show today. I'm just packing and blending a little bit, and I'm just gonna do one eye. I almost forgot. Just gonna do this one eye, and then we'll do the other eye for my TikTok. Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna take another of the exact same fluffy brush, just with that transition shade Wicked, and I'm just gonna pop that in the whole, like my brow bone area. Just gives a nice way to blend the shades out. Not everyone likes doing it, but I do. I almost always have a transition shade up here. I can't see it, but it does what I need it to do, which is all that matters. Next, I'm gonna go into Cemetery, which is that burgundy shade. I do feel like that shade is unnecessary. Literally until today, that's the only shade I haven't used in the palette, just because it is a lighter version of Vampire Fangs in my opinion, and I just don't really need both. I'll pretty much always dip into the deeper shade, but I really want to try to use every single shade in my collection, and it's not like I can't use it, it's just I prefer the deeper variation of it. I don't know who follows me or watches my videos, but right now I'm seeing a lot of teasers of a Camp Rock 3, and that was my thing when I was young. Not like my thing, but I love it. I still put it on probably once every couple of years, and I think I'm gonna have to rewatch Camp Rock 1 and 2 soon, just because it keeps popping up on my TikTok and it's putting me in that mood, and I think I should watch it before summer ends because it's definitely like a summer vibe show. Obviously Camp Rock, duh. Super cute, super nostalgic. I will be so hyped if it's true and there is a third one. Trying to blend these two shades together. I feel like this is kind of gonna give like a subtly Christmas look. I think I like that. Maybe I'll just pull it up a little more. I'm sad. My one skull, like on the palette that was left, is now going to be gone. Kind of like that. And then out here still a little messy. See, I might still dip into that deeper shade just to give it a little more depth because this isn't quite doing it for me. So I'm gonna continue using Cemetery just a little bit more. We're gonna go ahead and blend it out a little bit. Maybe, ugh, that shape looks not great. What am I doing? I mean, it's fine. I think I am gonna deepen it up. I just need a brush. Alright, we're gonna go in with this little pencil brush and go into Vampire Fangs, which is that darker burgundy, just to kind of give it a little more depth because I'm not loving Cemetery. I just feel like it's unnecessary. I'm just gonna put it in the outer corner, and then I'm gonna go back into the Cemetery brush the brush I used for Cemetery and just blend it a little bit. It feels so bland. Going back in with Vampire Fangs. I love this palette. Other than that one shade, it just feels pointless to me. I got a close-up mirror to kind of help me figure out what I want to do, and I'm liking the blend a little bit better now. I deepened it up just a little bit more. I don't know if I like the shape I did, but we're gonna go with it. And let's do some shimmers. So I think we'll just do Witch's Brew, which is that bright like apple green on the whole lid. And then we'll just use Magic Potion for an inner corner. I love Magic Potion, but I never feel like it's the shimmer that I want to use with these colors. Like, I feel like I would use it with blues and teals and purples and basically the other palette that was part of this collection, the Little Ghost palette. That Magic Potion shade would have been perfect in there, although I think I want to try and use that shade more with the palette just because, well, because it's a part of the palette and it is a stunning color. But today we're just gonna do Witch's Brew, which is like that candy apple, absolutely gorgeous shimmer. I mean, how do you not love that shade? It does feel a little hard pressed. It's one of my favorite shades in the palette. Although I also really love Deadly. Those are probably, that and Magic, those are my 3 favorite shimmers in this palette, I think. Gosh, I had something else I wanted to talk about, but I don't remember what. I knew I wanted to mention the Camp Rock 3 because I'm very excited. I'm just going back into that matte green just to reapply it because it did kind of fade a little bit. Look what I did. See, this is why I don't do my face first. I'm so messy, but once I clean it up, it looks gorgeous. So I always do eyes first. Now, let's go into Magic Potion. Now we're gonna put that on the inner corner. Yeah, I definitely want to use Magic Potion more. It's a pretty simple look. I feel like it's not. Is that all I want to do? Should I pull the shades underneath a little bit? Ooh, I think I'm gonna pull Magic Potion under to the halfway point just to use it more, honestly. I feel like it's not getting its moment that I want it to have. And like I said, I never use that shade, even though I absolutely love it. I'm just throwing a little bit of glitter primer under the eye. And I'm gonna go into Magic Potion. Let's pull in that. Trick or Treat is the shade, just to kind of pull everything together. Just applying a little more glitter primer, and then going into Trick or Treat, something like that. Alright, I'm going to hop off and finish off this look, and then I will come back to let you guys know what I used to finish it. Alright, this is the third and final look from the Trick or Treat palette with Odenseye and Angelica. So to finish off my face, my foundation and setting powder were the same, as well as my primer. The blush and highlight were my Unearthly Cosmetics Devour collection. So Slay and Delicate, I just used both of those. For my eyeliner, I used these from ColourPop, the cream gel liners in Icebreaker and in Joyride. And then my mascara was the same as all 3 looks, and that is it. So we're gonna zoom out and I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on the palette now that I've used literally every color. Yeah, let's zoom out and chat a little bit. Okay guys, so let's chat a little bit about the Trick or Treat palette. For the most part, I love it. The quality is great. I would get rid of Cemetery and replace it with something else. Maybe something that would go better with Magic Potion. I love Magic Potion, but I feel like there's not a lot I can do with it with this color story. I might try and play with it some more just in my own time to see how it does look with looks, but as of right now, I can't really see it working super well with a lot of looks. Otherwise, I do love the shade Cemetery. It does feel redundant. You can just blend Vampire Fangs out a little bit and you basically get the same look. I like that this one's a lot deeper. Other than that, I love the palette the way it is. I would just replace Cemetery. It took me doing a dedicated video where I use every single shade to touch it, and I've had this palette for quite a while, and I actually dip into this palette quite a lot, and I've never dipped into Cemetery until I was literally forced to. That said, I'm glad I did. Now I know that my choices not to really go into it are valid. I'm gonna try to use it more because I want to use all of the makeup in my collection, but again, that shade probably is gonna be the last one in my palette, honestly. But other than that, I do really love it. So thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.